Welcome to another episode, everyone. Jaleec has absolutely turned on Wack100. She says that Wack100 is gay. That Wack100 got caught with a transmission, that Wack100 built his podcast from setting people up, extortion, and etc. This is shocking because Wack100 and Jaleec were just cool. They were doing content together. Wack was speaking not necessarily highly of her, but it appeared giving her an opportunity and so forth. They were certainly riding together just recently. And now, I don't even know how the beef started or what happened, but she has absolutely turned on Wack100 and calls him out and puts all sorts of allegations on him. Check this out.
So with Wack, I never trusted Wack. like, I know, I kept it respectful on the internet just because I'm that type of person. Because it's like I don't like I just feel like certain things don't need to hit the internet. Because once it hits the internet and it hits the internet, I'm on go every single time. You feel me? I never trusted Wack. Wack can be trusted from the beginning because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a scenario. How he did AOF Nino, I didn't trust him after that. I remember we was at No Jumper one day, right? It was when I crashed the Adam and Wax show, right? Um, I remember sitting there. I was overly intoxicated that day. But I remember sitting there. It was me, Stevie. I think Creep came. Whatever. I can't remember. I remember. Vic, like I remember. Can't really remember too much, but I do remember like Wack walking up, and I was like, "Why you do Nino like that?" And he was like, "I don't know him." And I was like, "But you were on the internet pushing him, commenting on his posts. He was in y'all. He was in his. You was in his bio, and I. And so then Stevie was like, "That is true. That is true with you." Whoop. So me and Stevie was kind of like, trying to get like to the bottom of it because it's like, why would you make it seem when everything hit the fan with Nino? Why did you kind of like make it seem however you made it seem, whether Nino paid for his chain or not? You feel me? Or whatever the case may be in regards to that Cash Money West chain. It was neither here or there. You guys knew that Nino had that chain. 600 never said nothing about that chain. Wack never said nothing about that chain. As soon as the chain got confiscated, and then they went to the jeweler, and then they found out that it was whatever it was, and it was like whatever. It wasn't like a real chain. That's when Wack came on the internet and he said whatever he said. It just kind of threw me a little bit off because I remember Wack in the comments. I remember 600 posting, I remember him tagging, and I was like, yeah, I can't trust him. Straight up. Like, I would never trust them just based on that. You feel me? And so it was another situation, even with Nipsey Hussle. With the Nipsey Hussle situation and Wack, let me tell y'all something. Wack has something to do with like the start. I don't know verbatim. This is just what I'm hearing behind the scenes. He has something to do with like the start of Nipsey Hussle's career. He wanted all of us to go against Nipsey Hussle publicly, but it was like some of us really like grew up listening to Nipsey. Back in 2013, I was on Nipsey heavy. Nipsey, Janae Aiko, and Kendrick Lamar. That was like my era of like LA artists. You feel me? So more the story, like more the story, like with the whole Nipsey thing. Even Creep said behind the scenes that you know he didn't understand why he was pushing that narrative with Nipsey Hussle, which he was never gonna get jiggy with that narrative with Nipsey Hussle. So like with me, I was
It's crazy, how some of these podcasters who are not from LA talk about LA, talk down on LA and how LA is this. And she's saying she doesn't just run LA content, she runs up north content, Chicago, New York. She tapped in everywhere. She said this the other day. But all of this content and the stuff you listen to, Nipsey Hussle and all, it's all about LA. Where did you get your exposure from? LA. And covering LA culture, basically. They just kill me with this stuff. Here she is. She's on Wack, but she's not done. She's on Wack, as we can see, It's crazy. They were just together. She said she never trusted him. Everything she just said. She never trusted him over Nino, the situation she just spoke about. Said she never trusted Wack over this situation after this situation. And she was saying earlier that Wack tried to pass her around to some rappers, some very famous rappers, that he tried to send some rappers at her and big podcasters, I guess, to sleep with her so that he'd have something over her head. These are her words. But let's continue. Check this out.
Looking at it like that, and then when I heard like the lore behind it, boom, I start analyzing it. I start depicting it, dissecting, and I'm like, brother, he compromised Big U. You know what I'm saying? Like, he compromised Big U, and this is what I'm telling y'all what's going on behind the scenes. Because Wack has built his platform off manipulation, extortion, intimidation, and blackmail.
Damn.
Straight up. Giving it to y'all wrong.
Wow. Yeah. Wack is going to have a response to this for sure. She's certainly throwing Wack100 under the bus, saying that he built his platform on manipulation, intimidation. Who the hell did he intimidate to build his platform? People just start saying all sorts of stuff. When they get upset, I don't even know what. I don't know what happened. They were just together. They were just chilling. And now she said that he backdoored Big U, basically. Well, if you've knew all of this, if you had all this information, why are you waiting until y'all had some sort of beef before you bring it to us? This is what I don't get about this.
On Uncut. Pay attention. You know what I'm saying? He has been exposed for being with transmissions. You know what I'm saying? And none of the blogs picked it up. Vaguely, but not like wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? He started breaking them off, threatening to sue, doing X, Y, and Z. Brother, you get on here popping it about everybody else. But when these transmission allegations hit the internet, brother, you don't got nothing to say. You mute mouth. You trying to take legal action. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Well, the same thing can be said about Jaleec. You know what I'm saying? Because in the video that I just played earlier, she was threatening to sue because people were making content out of her just recently in her latest video. This is the day before. Now, more recent, in her latest video, she's threatening to sue everyone, every YouTuber for running content on her, like I'm doing again right now, threatening to sue over that. These people, this is crazy. The same thing she's saying about Wack, she can apply to herself and needs to apply to herself. As far as you run content on everybody else, then you want to get mad when people run content on you. You know what I'm saying? And you want to start threatening and suing and all this and shut people up and all that. That's what you're doing. But okay, this is not about that. This is about her calling Wack out. But I'm just saying the hypocrisy is astounding.
Which he never took legal action because the rumors were true.
Oh.
Wack is an angry bird, blood. Wack is an angry bird. Let me tell you why he's an angry bird. Because he's in the closet and he can't come out the closet.
Get out of the closet.
Blood is in the closet and can't come out the closet.
Get out the closet, blood.
So he's an angry bird, blood. You know what I'm saying?
What, blood? Angry. Get out the closet, Jack100. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, and I'm not a setup artist. You can't name one dude that I've set up. You can't
Skinny from the kneesy.
Can't name one coffin that's resting on my conscience.
Almost skinny from the nine.
But you can name multiple coffins that's resting on Wack's conscience, bro. Straight up. You can't call me a setup artist. I didn't get this far by being malicious or evil or not having pure intentions. I always had a genuine heart. I always came with, respect and loyalty. I was always crossed. You know what I'm saying? Wack is an angry bird. Dude has built his platform or his his reputation. Dude think he the modern day Suge Knight, blood. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Dude think he Suge Knight, and really he the real Big U. Everything that they saying Big U is, Wack is really Big U, blood. Like y'all not paying attention because y'all so blindsided by how he's overly excessive and how he continues to troll, he continues to manipulate. He gets on Clubhouse with his cold little five. This is a whole bunch of nobodies on his Clubhouse. I'm talking about nobodies. Nobodies. Duds. Like, brother. Like you see them in traffic, you wouldn't even know they was a part of the one the Wack Clubhouse side. You feel me? They all does. Nobody's. Non-factors. You feel me? Boom. He got a little cult following on a Clubhouse. Boom. So he brings his cult following wherever he goes because he's positioning them on Clubhouse. Mind you, he's not positioning them in reality. They not on the Blueface tour. You know what I'm saying? They're not at no jumper. You know what I'm saying? They're not on any podcasts. They're not doing interviews. They're just anonymous profiles on his Clubhouse. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude is pushing that. Then he runs that and it's live streamed on YouTube. So really he's reaping all of the benefits because as long as they're on his Clubhouse platform and he chimes in every hour, which I don't understand how a man that is such a businessman that's doing so good has so much time to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how a man that is a businessman has time to be on Clubhouse every single hour of the day. When I sat down with P Nice, he was like, "What is what's the thing with Clubhouse?" I'm like, "I don't." He like, "Ooh, they." I'm like, "I don't even know." I ain't gonna say too much about that conversation because P Nice, I don't know. P Nice ain't did nothing to show me anything malicious, so I'm not gonna speak on P Nice. But Wack came on P Nice's platform. It was all good, and as soon as he left, he started to disrespect Nipsey Hussle. Wack 100 don't know me. He don't know that I be playing the game. One thing I do is I'm a woman. I observe. I trust my intuition. And I'm big on my spirituality. Dude don't believe that. He reads books and he tries to master the art of manipulation through what he's reading. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, brother, when someone has that in them and they're not learning to have that power.
Oh man, this is wild work. Wow, this is nasty. Where is this coming from? Because y'all was just cool, saying some of the same things about Wack that other people say. Of course, he's a snake and this, that, and the other. But it coming from her, it's surprising for me anyway, because from the history that I know of these two, they were together and chilling and doing podcasts together with Flacco and baby DC Draco and all of this. So where is this coming from? I don't get it. I don't know what happened. But she is letting loose on him, saying that the allegations against Wack are true. Blood is a transmission. Or got caught with a transmission, she said. Oh, she done took the gloves off. And now saying that he's the real Big U. He thinks that he is Suge Knight, wants to be the new Suge Knight or what have you, but really he's Big U, saying that he's extorting people and all that. She putting this on the internet on Wack now. Oh man.
You can't win with a person like that. With me, you're not gonna be able to intimidate me, manipulate me, extort me, blackmail me, or make me feel as if though, you're more superior than me because I know that this is not in you. It's on you because you're trying to perfect the art of that craft. You're malicious, you're evil, and that's why a lot of people don't trust you. You know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
I can't say that book. I can't say that book, but y'all know what I'm talking about. He definitely studied that book, and he's trying. He everything he's doing in the entertainment business. He knows what he's doing, and then he gets things on individuals. He gets, huh?
Wow.
So basically, that's what's going on. So Creep is janky. Creep was never like a real manager. Creep always liked me. Let's talk about that. Creep always liked me. Boom. I remember, like, I did used to always call Creep, confiding Creep with the. He ended up putting me in a position. I'm like, you might as well just be my manager. Boom. He was kind of hesitant at first, and then he took on a position. But for like, I want to say,
Wow. That's crazy. That's nasty work, Jaleec.
I want to say like for 5 months, Creep didn't do anything for me. Um, Boom. So I end up doing the footwork. So I'm like, okay, I gotta build my demand. Boom. I'm
That's
tucked
crazy.
off in my old spot in the middle of a mountain. Boom.
Okay, I don't know. I don't care about what's going on with you and Creek. Wow. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. That's crazy. That's deep. She just put a lot on Wack. She just put a lot on Wack100. She put a lot on that, man. Manipulation, intimidation, extortion. The new Big U, he backdoored Big U, set him up or whatever. Wow. He got caught with his transmission and didn't sue because it's true, she said. Blood is gay. Wow. That she never trusted him. This is all news to me because y'all were just together and hanging out and working together and doing a podcast. Doesn't necessarily mean that y'all have to be friends or chummy, but that's the indication. Again, she said some other stuff too early on that Wack was sending rappers at her trying to bet her down for whatever reason. Just to assert his power, dominance over her, have something hanging over her head or what have you. And then just went in on him and cut loose on him that he got caught with a transmission and that is true. And that's why he didn't sue anyone because blood is a rainbow. Wow. I got to go over here now and see if Wack done responded to this. Because normally he don't take too much time. Especially something like that. He going to attack. We know that. Wack is going to attack, and he going to attack back hard. For sure. This stuff right here, this was crazy. Man, let me go see if Wack got a response to this. I'm being messy. I got to check this out. This is nasty work. Jaleec cuts Wack down at the knees. There you have it. Says that Wack is all sorts of stuff. A snitch, an extortionist, manipulator, an intimidator, fake Suge Knight, the wannabe Big U, backdoor Big U. And he's in the closet and wants to come out or needs to come out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Stay safe and stay free. People.